Woke up this morning to find out that Ontario is now in a state of emergency, saying that grocery stores, convenience stores, pharmacies, manufacturing facilities, public transit, important public services, construction sites, and office buildings will all continue to operate, but everything else is closed. It's pretty gloomy outside and I don't really feel like doing all that much, but I know if I get in that mindset, then I actually won't get anything done, especially because everything's less busy. I actually kind of find it nice. The interesting thing is that as a freelancer and working from home, not that much has changed for me. Today I'm going to redo my headshots, and that's going to be going out to my online profiles. Should be a fun time. I'm going to be playing with some gels. See how it goes.
I went to a party when I was in college.
You went to college?
Tons of them, man. I walk inside. There's a party, and I don't know a single soul in it.
Let's just order a pizza. Let's keep it simple tonight.
It was the wrong party and the wrong house.
Alright, so in preparation of redoing my headshot, took a shower, shaved, washed my face, and moisturized. And I think it's also important to do even a little bit of lint removing, especially if they're wearing dark clothes, such as like a blazer, or in my case, I lint removed off of this dark navy blue shirt. Make sure that, as a photographer, actually, that you have your client come in as prepared as they can come in, like well groomed. Use chapstick before actually taking your photos. Today I'm going to be testing out a couple different versions of this headshot just to see what looks okay. I'm going to be testing first on the yellow background, and we'll be wearing this red vest. And for my section option, I'm going to be wearing a cardigan with some gels and on the gray background. So I'm just going to get everything set up and let's go. Wrapped up the photo shoot for my headshot. Yeah, it took a little bit of time to figure out. Just playing around with the different lights, balancing different sides of my face. I'll show you guys the final two images right here, and I'll just go through a quick look of what my lighting setup looks like right now. I have a backlight for the backdrop. Make sure that it's well lit. This is my main key light. I have another reflector in front of here to balance out the shadows under my face. And here's my camera. I'm just shooting with a wireless trigger up here. I'm using my phone actually to wirelessly trigger the camera. So I can see a preview of it before I click the button. It does help that I have a little suction cup button that I can stick on my phone, so I don't have to look at the touch screen, and it's more tactile. Little one of these. This is originally for mobile gaming, so they stick like real buttons onto your screen. Supposed to make it more tactile, and I find that like just having one button on there works really well, so I know exactly when I click the button for the shutter. Okay, so right now I started retouching my headshots. I have two different options that I took yesterday, and I'm just going through some frequency separation. That's what the editing technique is called. Basically, it's supposed to split up the texture from the color of the photo you're retouching, so that makes it easier to be more selective with keeping the texture and changing the color. So right here I have two different layers. If you don't know what frequency separation is, there's plenty of tutorials online. I split them up into the texture layer, which is my high frequency layer, and the color layer, which is the low frequency layer. So right now I'm just going over the hair strand particles that are sticking up the top. I'm also going through little like blemishes on my face. think this week being the first week of social distancing, I think it's important to kind of take that in as a transitional phase. I'm trying to mostly just keep in touch with friends and family, relax a little bit, spend time on myself, try not to go outside. One of the harder things about this situation for me and a lot of other people now is just not being able to find work. So me working as a photographer and videographer, it's nice that I can actually work from home, in the sense that I can do all my editing and stuff on the computer here. But given that most jobs still required me to go out and shoot, for the most part, I think it's going to be pretty difficult to find work now. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be trying to look more onto online sources of income. I previously looked into Fiverr, which is like an online freelancing site where you can post your services, so I might try something along that line. For me, I've been spending my time learning Chinese online. I've been doing these video lessons that I split a course with my friend, so that's pretty good, and we're trying to challenge each other with improving our Mandarin now. I also like to make my bed every morning. I find that keeps a little consistency in my day-to-day. And approximately every other day, maybe 3 times a week, I'll try to exercise, do some body weight exercises or at-home weights. And I have been going out for runs over the past few weeks, but seeing how things are turning out now, it's unlikely that I'm going to have a regular run schedule. Well, I would love to hear what you guys have been doing and what you guys are doing to keep busy, because I know that this is definitely a big transition for a lot of people. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in next week's video. One last thing I actually forgot to mention. I'm looking to host my very first photography/video workshop online in light of all this social distancing thing. So I'm going to leave a link down below for a Google form. So if that's something you might be interested in, I'd love to hear what you guys are looking to learn in terms of photography or video. Yeah, so check it out, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye. How bored are you right now?
Are you just asking in general how bored I am?
Yeah.
Pretty bored, dude. I'm laying in my bed on the left side, which I usually reserve for my dog. I'm still wearing my workout clothes that I told you I put on like 4 hours